Hey everyone, so I had a fun idea. I thought maybe I would do my own henna brows on myself and sort of record it, kind of really spur of the moment. I just had a client leave, so I'm sort of in the mood. I'm really excited about all the henna brows I've been doing. So what I was thinking is, I haven't had a client yet that I've been able to use my graphite from Henna Brow. And I thought, well, let's try it on me and see what happens. I do plan on getting my hair done tomorrow, this big long mane. I'm thinking of getting rid of all of my blondes and embracing my grays. So I'm gonna do like a gray and silver and maybe some like dark colors underneath. So I'm like, well, hey, my graphite brow might work with that hair tomorrow, and if not, then I'll scrub the hell out of it and get it off. So I thought it'd be a fun idea. I've already mixed it. I've got it sitting in a little bit of a warm water bath, and so first I'm just going to, I'll map out my brows, and then I'll apply the henna just kind of how I would with a client. So my brows are already microbladed. That part is already pretty obvious, so my shape that I'll be following isn't going to be hard for me to find, but I'll map it out anyways just because the string method is super fun. I like doing it, and why not practice? So I'm going to take my center point between my eyes. I'm going to do the start of my brows. I'm going to find where the tail is going to lay, so under my nose, end of my eye, up, both sides, and then I am going to do my arches. That one's tricky to do because my eyeballs want to follow the string and not be still. Okay, so I look like a crazy person. I have 3 lines in the middle, one out here where my arch is going to be, and one down here for my tail and the center point. So now I'm going to do across the top where my arches are, where the height of the brows is going to be, and the base of the brows. So not 100% straight, but you can see those 3 lines. Okay, so I'm going to take my string, I'm going to do the top of my brows to my arch. So it's a little bit harder to do on myself. You can see where the lines intersect in the middle. I kind of missed the mark right in the very middle there, but it's close. So you see where the top line of my brows are. Now I'm going to do my tail. So I'm going to take that line at the very, very end, cross it with the arch, and then straight across my forehead on both sides, making sure everything is symmetrical. Again, obviously harder to do on myself than on clients. I've sort of missed the mark again. That should be right in the middle. Nonetheless, I know where I'm going to put my brows. So there is the inside, the bottom. Looking like a crazy person with all this string line on my face. And then my tails with the Bougie Brow Map Slide, which I totally love. Amanda's amazing. If you haven't taken any of her online courses, you probably should because they're the bomb. Okay, so I have my outline. I'm just gonna erase some of the crazy lines. And yes, clients, this is what you look like. You're a mess. All these crazy charcoal string lines all over your face. It's definitely what you look like. I erase them before I show you. Okay, so I look like less of a crazy person now. I just have a strong outline around my brows. I'm gonna take a brow pencil. I'll make it a little bit more obvious. Just connecting the lines, making them a little bit more solid. I'm so excited to use this graphite from Henna Brow. I haven't had any clients that I feel like it would suit yet, so here I am giving it a whirl. Okay, so I got a little wild note of control under here. I need to make that smaller. Or I'm gonna have these big crazy graphite brows that look silly. Which they might look silly anyways, because I don't know if I can rock graphite, but worth the try. Okay, again, crazy shape, kind of scary. Yes, clients, this is again what you look like. I'm going to do a bit more refining of it before I actually henna it on. But yeah, that's so far what it looks like. I'm just going to take a shape corrector, get rid of some of the crazy, and then I have my contour paste. Props to all you girls who actually color your brows in every day and or create them every day. This is hell. Okay, so I'm happy with my shape. I'm now going to use my, you see that? My Bougie brow paste, which I love. Works amazing on my clients. Contour the brow, shape it, and then none of the henna can bleed out. Side of the line. So you don't have henna all over. So there's the beginnings of that. What do you think this is gonna look like? Am I gonna look like a clown? I know I have 2 kids and a husband who are gonna go, what the? This isn't all that exciting to watch, I know. Fast forward to the end, you can see the results. Oh, my lights are awful, sorry. Coming along, we're almost there. I've already pre-mixed my henna. I like to do it first and let it start to do its thing. go. So crazy henna brows coming up. So like I said, I mixed it up. I sit it in a little thermos of warm water just because I have a hard time getting warm water to stay warm out, like in my studio. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay. So, in my little dish, and I'm going to apply it right to my brows. So our henna is supposed to be mixed at like a soy sauce consistency. I do a little bit thinner on some clients who don't want to go super dark, and then a little thicker on clients I know who can support a darker color. I obviously don't know how this is going to turn out on myself, so I mixed it fairly thin. I feel like that just sort of waters down the color a little bit. And hopefully I don't have crazy Eugene Levy brows, like nobody needs that. So I'm just going to put this light on so I can see what I'm doing. Hopefully it's not too hard to see me anymore. So when I'm doing henna, I always start on the tails. I feel like you want your tails more saturated anyways. So having the henna sit on the tail of the brow just seems to be, just makes more sense to me. I always try and do my henna brows a little bit like an ombre brow, and I take off the beginning like 1/8 of an inch, or no, I guess it's a lot more than that, like 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch. That way it's not quite as saturated, it's not as dark, and you've got this nice little ease into a bold brow. So the beginning, the bulb isn't quite as saturated, and then you've got this dark, bold brow. Okay, it's scary. So with henna, you want to keep it wet so it's active. If it's not wet, it's not doing anything. Once it dries, it stops actually staining. This is fun. I'm excited for the results. Hopefully they don't look too crazy. Okay. Alright, so the next part is pretty boring. We let it sit and dry / set and start oxidizing. So I'm going to let it sit, I'm going to wipe it off, and then I'll pop back on and show you the end result.